This is question 5 on problem solving from the 2020 IMAT. So we're told that we have a tin of sweets, and at the start 36% of the contents has been eaten, and then today 25% of the remaining sweets are eaten, and for the next 2 days the same number of sweets as this will be eaten on each of these days. Therefore, after all of this, what percentage of the original contents of the tin will remain? So a good way of approaching this sort of question is to be able to visualize it. And so let's sketch our starting situation where we've eaten 36% of this tin of sweets. And so how much of the original contents is left? 100 minus 36 is 64. So if we're then eating 25% of the remaining sweets, we don't simply subtract 25 from this 64, because that would be 25% of the original sweets. How do we do this instead? So we need to take a quarter of this 64%, that's this 25. So 0.25 times 64 is 64 over 4, which is 16. So we're taking away 16% of what was originally there, and that's the same as 25% of what is there now. And so 64 minus 16 takes us down to 48. So if we keep a tally of the percentage remaining of the original contents, that will help us get an accurate answer for what remains at the end. And so for the next 2 days, we're taking the same number of sweets each time. And so what does that mean for the percentages? So we're not taking away another quarter of what remains. Instead, we're just taking away the same exact number of sweets away each time. And so what would this leave us with? So we take off another 16 percentage points of the original amount. So 48 minus 16 takes us down to 32. And we do the exact same thing again. We take away another 16 percentage points rather than another 16% to take us down to 16%. And so here we've been taking away the same number of sweets rather than the same proportion of sweets. And so that's the key distinction to make in this question. And so after these 2 days, the percentage of the original contents remaining is 16. So this is our final answer, which corresponds to C.